What's up, YouTube? It's Onion Bomb here on Ascent Sports, and welcome back to more NFL record predictions. Today we got the AFC South for you guys, and once again we got the entire crew: Steven, Isaiah, Jimmy, and of course myself. And we will be, of course, predicting the AFC South team's record for that entire division. Each of us will give you a record for each team. And just for a disclaimer, this is just, current thing. We don't know what's going to happen. There might be a season due to COVID-19. People might opt out for COVID-19. This is not including injuries that might happen after. So if you're watching, if someone gets injured of note in like late August, or we're recording this in early August, so that's why. And just as of right now, with rosters being best case scenarios, that's how we're predicting this. So why don't we get started? What team do you guys want to start with?
Why
These
don't the what?
these nuts.
I didn't even hear the first part, so.
That's what they always say.
Oh yeah, that's what they always say.
How about we start with the Titans, since they had such a playoff run. So the Tennessee Titans, I actually have them starting it off with an L at the Broncos, but then a W against the Jaguars, then an L at the Vikings, then a W against Steelers, then a W against the Bills, then a W against the Texans. Then they get the bye week, come off of it, easy win against the Bengals. Then they're going to win against the Bears. Then I have them winning against the Colts. Then I have them losing at the Ravens, then losing at the Colts. Then I have them beating the Browns. Then I have them winning at the Jaguars, sweeping them. Then I have them winning against the Lions. I have them losing at the Packers, and then even actually losing at the Texans at the end of the year. I have them finishing 10-6, finally breaking out of their 9-7 curse by one win.
Yeah, they cannot get double-digit wins. And then for me, week 1, I have them beating the Broncos. Week 2, beating the Jaguars. Week 3, losing to the Vikings. And then week 4, bouncing back and beating the Steelers. And then week 5, I actually have them losing to the Bills. Week 6, beating the Texans. Week 8, or of course by week 7. Week 8, beating the Bengals. Week 9, beating the Bears. I have them actually losing to the Colts. Week 10, losing to the Ravens. Week 11. And then I actually have them losing to the Colts again on week 12. I think the Colts are going to sweep them. I think that's going to be the Colts' little upset. And then I have them beating the Browns, beating the Jaguars, beating the Lions, losing to the Packers, but beating the Texans, having them also go 10-6.
All right. All right. So starting off with week 1, they are going to lose to the Broncos, then win against the Jaguars and Vikings, lose to the Steelers, win against the Bills, lose to the Texans, bye week. Then Bengals and Bears, both W's for them. Lose to the Colts, lose to the Ravens, beat the Colts, beat the Browns, lose to the Jaguars, beat the Lions, and then finish with 2 losses, giving them an 8-8 record.
Okay.
So I have beating the Broncos, beating the Jags, beating the Vikings, beating the Steelers, losing to the Bills, beating the Texans. They have a bye week. Beating the Bengals, beating the Bears, beating the Colts, losing to the Ravens. They have them beating the Colts again, beating the Browns, beating the Jags again, beating the Lions, beating the Packers, and beating the Texans.
Jeez.
A record of 14-2.
Wow.
You're
Wow.
a Colt like
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
that's bold.
huge.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have 14-2
Bold
to
one.
8-8 in that. That's crazy.
Yep.
It's kind of funny how one last comment. It's kind of funny. I think we all had like different like Colts thing. I think Steven had the Colts sweeping them. Jimmy had them sweeping the Colts. I had them beating their first matchup and losing the second. And I think Isaiah had them losing the first and beating the second. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I didn't really look at the home and away. So
I don't
I might
try
have
to
clicked on
either
that.
because I there a lot of times I actually don't believe in home field advantage. Like I know it's a thing, but like I swear like upsets happen at people's homes all the time. Like I
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
The only
Yeah.
places like New England where like they did ask
yeah.
don't lose.
Yeah, home games are very circumstantial to certain
Mhm.
teams. They really are. But yeah, I'd say like 70% of the time they don't really mean anything.
Mhm.
So, um,
Okay.
all right.
Let me go
Let,
again.
yeah, let's jump to the Colts.
Okay. For the Colts, I have them beating the Jags, losing to the Vikings. Wait, real quick. Colts, I can either see them doing what they're doing right now, what I have them, doing really bad, doing really good. They're like an unknown team, in my opinion, because they got a change in quarterback, in my opinion. So like that's why. Back to my ratings. They're gonna lose to the Bears, lose to the Browns, beat the Bengals, lose to the Lions, lose to the Ravens, lose to the Titans, lose to the Packers, lose to the Titans again, beat the Texans, beat the Raiders, beat the Colts, and lose to Steelers and beat the Jags. I think they're gonna have a rough time coming
Wait,
back from the bye. They're gonna catch things back up, and they're gonna end with 7-9.
we're doing the Colts,
Alright.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
He
Okay.
accidentally said Colts. He meant Texans again.
Yeah, that's
My
my
bad.
bad.
All right. So for my Colts predictions, I have them actually starting out 3-0 with wins over the Jaguars, Vikings, and Jets. Then they're gonna lose to the Bears, lose to the Browns, beat the Bengals, bye week, beat the Lions. I forgot to mark this down, but I said that I had them beating the Ravens. So beating the Ravens, beating the Titans. Then 3 straight losses to Green Bay, Titans, and Houston. And then they're going to beat the Raiders and then beat Houston on that second game, lose to us, and then lose to the Jaguars to give them a 9-7 record.
Okay.
I have them doing better
Solid.
than the Titans.
All right. So for me, the first 6 games, I have them going 5-1. The only team I have them losing to in the first 6 games is the Vikings. The Jags, Jets, Bears, Browns, and Bengals. I have them all beating, and then they have the bye week, and then this is where they started to kind of roll downhill, kind of. I actually have them losing to the Lions. They beat the Ravens. They beat the Titans. They lose to the Packers. They beat the Titans. They lose to the Texans. They lose to the Raiders. They beat the Texans. They beat the Steelers. They beat the Jaguars, having them going 11-5. Oh wait, and so wait, to make a correction, I apologize about once again. I've got the Colts kind of screwed up here a little bit. But for the Colts, I actually don't have them winning only one of the first 6 games. I have them beating the Vikings and also, or I have them losing to the Vikings and also losing to the Bears. So I have them losing to the Bears and the Vikings. 11-5, but still, because I said 11-5, but I only had them beating or losing to 4 teams.
11-5. Okay, so my Colts record, we have them beating the Jaguars, losing to the Vikings, beating the Jets, losing to the Bears, beating the Browns, beating the Bengals, off the bye week, beating the Lions, beating the Ravens. That's a big upset they get. But then losing to the Titans. But then they get another upset over the Packers, beat them, and then they beat the Titans, get one over them. But then they lose to the Texans, and then they get upset by the Raiders, and then they beat the Texans, then they lose to the Steelers, and then they beat the Jaguars, sweeping them. I have them also finishing 10-6. Well then, okay, so I guess why don't we save the Jaguars for last? We'll go. We'll move
Yeah.
on. We'll move on to the Texans. Okay. So for the Texans, of course, we all know they lost DeAndre Hopkins in that stupid trade. Yeah. Starting off rough at the Chiefs. Yeah, that's an L. And then they go to they don't go to, but then they get the Ravens. That's another L. Then at the Steelers, I have that as an L. Then I have them beating the Vikings. Then I have them beating the Jaguars. But then losing to the Titans. Losing to the Packers. And then I have them losing to the Jaguars after their bye week. But then I have them beating the Browns, have them losing to New England, have them beating the Lions, have them beating the Colts the first time, have them losing to the Bears, losing to the Colts the second time, beating the Bengals, and then beating the Titans last week. I have them finishing 7-9.
7-9. Okay.
Jeez.
All right. Well, okay, yeah, their record for me is not so pretty. So, yeah, I have them losing the first 3 games, Chiefs, Ravens, and Steelers. Then I have them beating the Vikings as well, and then I have them beating the Jaguars. But then I have them losing to the Titans, and then losing to the Packers. But then I have them beating the Jaguars. I have them beating the Browns. I have them losing to the Patriots, losing to the Lions, losing to the Colts. I have them beating the Bears, losing to the Colts, beating the Bengals, and then no, losing to the Bengals. Excuse me, losing to the Bengals, and then losing to the Titans, having them go 5-11. Yeah.
All right, maybe I just don't know what's going on, but let me go.
Yeah, me and Brendan got them having an L season. Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't.
Yeah, I don't have faith in them either. I really don't.
That's how I feel about the Titans.
I had them. I had
I mean-
faith in them last season, but this
Yeah, so did I.
they lost. No one had faith in the Texans last season either. I don't know why, but like this season, like they lose DeAndre Hopkins, and like it just didn't seem like they did anything else besides lose.
And he's still even gonna play?
I don't
Terrible.
even know about that.
It's my turn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So starting off, I have them actually winning against the Chiefs week 1. I don't know. I just think that. Then lost to the Ravens. They're gonna beat us. Lose to the Vikings. Win against the Jaguars, Titans, and Packers. Lose not lose, but bye week. And then win against the Jaguars. Lose against the Browns. And then win against the Patriots. I think that's the Lions and Colts. So 3 straight wins. And then 2 losses to the Bears and Colts. Win against the Bengals, and then lost to the Titans to give them a 10-6 record.
I'm more on the
Okay.
optimistic side, but that's not
Yeah.
impossible. I don't think.
No, I don't think it's impossible here.
Okay.
I think it's their best case scenario, but
Yeah, best case. My turn. I have them losing to the Chiefs, losing to the Ravens, losing to the Steelers. Another loss to the Vikings. Being the Jags though. Lose to the Titans, lose to the Packers. They have that bye week. Being the Jags again. Losing to the Browns, losing to the Pats. I think that's gonna be a kind of close game. Losing to the Lions, losing to the Colts, losing to the Bears, losing to the Colts again. Beating the Bengals though, finally losing to the Titans, and I'm gonna go 3-13. I think.
Ooh, wow. We
okay,
have
I
all
think yeah, we're all over the scale.
all over the spectrum here.
I'm
Jeez.
leaving them. They have a great
Okay.
quarterback, but that's okay. Should I just say the Jags now?
Yeah, we're gonna go with
Yeah,
the
go.
Jags. Finish up.
Yeah.
I'll make this quick and simple. Nothing really changes in mine. They go 16-0. Okay, they're going. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, imagine.
Doing the opposite of that, actually. I'm saying they're losing every single game. Quick and simple.
Oh, they go.
Holy
They
shit.
join the 0-16 club.
Yeah.
Okay.
The last time that happened, like, I know the Lions were the last ones.
The Browns
14?
2017.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep. Didn't
Yeah.
finish. Didn't win a single game.
Wow.
Didn't they go like 1-15 the year before that too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I know they went 1-15.
All right, so they don't win a lot of games, but I'll
No,
go
they
through it.
don't.
Colts and Titans lost. They beat the Dolphins, lose to the Bengals and Texans, beat the Lions, beat LA, and then lose 5 straight. Come back against the Titans with a W, lose 2 straight, and then finish the season with a W, giving them a 5-11 record.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. Well, I have them beating two teams, and that is the Lions and the Bears. The Lions, I think, is going to be their fluke win, and then the Bears, I just don't see the Bears being that good next season. So, yeah, I have them going 2-14.
2-14. Okay, so my Jaguars reaction, a reaction, god dang it, wrong channel. My Jaguars record, I'm gonna make this really quick and easy too. I have them getting one win, and it's against the Texans, Week 9. And every other thing, L, getting swept by the Colts, getting swept by the Titans, splitting with the Texans, and everything else is an L. I think this team is just not good. However, I think they're in a great chance to get Trevor Lawrence. In fact, I guess we'll just reveal this now. I think this may be the team to get Trevor Lawrence. However, they are pretty sold on Gardner Minshew, and this team hasn't been, known to make the best decisions. So I'm kind of worried that they're liking Gardner Minshew, but they get the number one pick. So why don't they trade it to a team? I don't know, maybe like the Patriots, who might want a quarterback, and they end up getting Trevor Lawrence. That's kind of a nightmare scenario that I'm thinking of. I hope that doesn't happen. But, of course, they should do what the Bengals was, even though they have a quarterback that can do something. They should get one that has so much more potential and get Trevor Lawrence. But yeah. And then 1-15. I have the Jaguars only getting one against the Texans.
Yeah, I think the Jaguars actually get the number one pick for the 2021 NFL draft.
Yeah, like I understand that. Same. But I can see them trading it though. They're really in love with Minshew. I can see them trading it, get some more value out of it.
That's what I'm worried. Yeah.
But
we're like,
then
I don't
we
know.
get down line like be deadly, so be careful.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah, like I said-
this is trading too many pieces away, and they didn't want to pay anyone.
Yeah, the Jaguars. Yeah, they
Mhm.
had to. They had such a good defense that one year, and then they didn't want to pay him. But that's what I'm saying. Like the Jaguars, they're the team that just wings it. They're the NFL team that just wings it, and it just so happened to work out for them one season. And
Mhm.
yeah, well,
Yep.
that was it.
Yeah.
One season.
agree.
Minshew. They got our former boy Josh Dobbs, so
Mm.
as a backup.
Yep.
Yeah.
I miss
It was
Josh.
fun to watch, actually, in my opinion, during preseason. There's no preseason.
Yeah, there's no preseason this year.
There's no. Alright, guys, that was our AFC South predictions. Just to recap it up, we'll give our standings. Winning this division, I have the Tennessee Titans at 10-6. Actually, they're kind of tying it because in second place I have the Colts also at 10-6, but it worked out that I think the Titans win the tiebreaker. I don't know. I put it in a playoff simulator, and they had the Titans winning the division. So that's what I'm going with. Even though same record. Titans win the division 10-6. Second place, Colts 10-6. In third place, Texans 7-9. And then in last place, Jaguars 1-15.
Texans 10-6, Colts 9-7, Titans 8-8, and Jaguars 5-11.
Good to see you want me to go.
I'm good to go. Okay, so I have the Titans going 11-5. I have the Colts going 11-5. I have them both tying, but the Colts winning the division because I have the Colts being the Titans twice, and then I have the Texans going 5-11, and then the Jaguars going 2-14. So,
Oh.
yeah, I think the Titans and the Colts are going to do relatively well next season. So.
Gotcha. For my standings, I have the Titans as 14-2, winning the division. In my other series, other video, I had the Ravens going 14-2. So, see how that goes. Then I have the Colts as 7-9, Texans 3-13, sadly, and the Jags. I have to say, 0-16.
Donut.
Donut. Dropping a donut.
Okay, definitely some good predictions here. Lots of variety. And we'll see what actually happens. And next time, guys, we will be doing the AFC East. But for now, guys, that's going to do it for us. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like or dislike, subscribe or don't subscribe. No, it's always up to you. I'm just doing this intro because I can't think of the other one. And I'll see you guys in the next video you watch of us. Goodbye.
Bye. Bye.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be grinning.